I have done 21 episodes.
Wow, it's
and
amazing.
I was like, man, I'm still looking for someone that I can talk to about food. You know, like places here locally or anyone that has that kind of passion for food. He's like, dude, you got to talk to Danny. I'm like, who's that? Was that? He's like, no, man, Danny has a very interesting story and translate into food. And now he just opened a business.
Yeah, for sure.
So Herm's barbecue, right?
Herm's Smokehouse, yeah.
Let's get into it, man. Thank you for being here.
For sure, yeah, it's an honor. I was telling my kids, like, I'm going to my first podcast, and it's cool. I mean, Herm's has opened up so many new doors, new opportunities for me that I would have never dreamed. You know, you you went to the military, you did your career, and look at now you're following your heart.
Yeah.
So that's
because
how it is.
I was talking to the last guest, and I was like, the job that I'm doing right now, I'm doing a little bit of work with contract work. So I don't have, there's not a lot of contract. There's a lot of time in between. Yeah. So I was like, if you don't do this right now, you're never going to do it.
For sure.
So I was like, all right, everything else is just an excuse. Like grab a couple mics. You have an extra room in your house. Like just do it. And that's what I started doing, man.
It's funny you say that because I've always said, like, man, Nike had it right.
Yeah.
They had it right. Just do it.
Yeah.
And I guess for me, it was totally crazy.
Before you mention this, the thing that also got me from your story is that Eddie told me, he's like, man, Danny had a successful career in the medical business or field. I'm sorry. And he also just has a new house, new mortgage. Everything. And he's quitting everything to just pursue his passion for barbecue. Is that true?
It is, yeah. It still feels like a dream, to be honest with you. It feels like a dream, and some days I'm like, I'm very privileged to live this life, but it's just kind of how things worked out, right? So,
how did it start?
So I've been a nurse for 10 years, okay, and a registered nurse, and being a nurse was all about helping people, right? There's I'll tell you the why for that in a real short way. So my son, when he was born,
4 years RN.
Yeah, RN. Okay. Yeah. So my son, when he was born, he was sick. He was in the NICU, and I remember, like, I didn't know, like, if you're not in the medical field, you don't really know what's going on, right?
True.
So I was trying to figure out, like, what's going on with my son. So I would just be reading, come back, talk to the nurses. And the nurses made such an impact on me that I said, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to help people. And at that time, I was actually also, I guess, quote unquote, doing well. I was like a supervisor for a call center. And, I was 18, so I was doing pretty good. Yeah. We had a little condo, a boat. And I told my wife, like, hey, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm going to become a nurse. She's like, what? I said, yeah. And
like, dude, you're doing good right now.
Yeah, we're doing good. And I did it. And first I became an LVN, then I went back on my RN and just kind of worked my way up the ladder as well. So for the last 7 years, I've been a director in different, I guess, agencies, capacities.
Okay.
But I've been a director. It's the highest level as a nurse, unless you become a nurse practitioner, right? But as an actual RN, directors, that's it. That's like the top. Yeah. And I was the director for an immigration facility, and it was amazing. Yeah. I was, immigration. We were
making good money.
We were making good money.
Yeah. People know.
People know, right? We're making really good money, built our dream home, and I've always barbecued. Okay. My dad was a fireman, and growing up, he was just barbecuing every weekend. Like, I mean, I know it's
firehouses are big with right? food, right? They're always like cooking, barbecuing, and doing stuff.
I say this quote, like, if he wasn't putting out fires, he was starting them at home. In the pit, yeah.
In the pit.
So growing up, but it was different, right? Yeah. It was like carne asada, fajitas, but I was just always around barbecue, and I just kind of got into it myself.
This style of barbecue.
Well, I got into like Texas barbecue. I wanted to know more. And
But your dad was more like probably like
my
me
dad,
and
yeah.
my family, more carne asada.
Carne asada, yeah.
Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I still love carne
still do
asada,
it. Yeah.
right? But I wanted to get more into it, right? The art of, because that's what it is. Like barbecue is an art. It's long hours and just patience, the right temperature, the right wood, the right moisture. I mean, it's just like
funny that you're saying that because obviously for this episode, I was thinking, man, like there's something about food, that always had my attention. Like there's something special, right? That people share food and feed each other. I think that's something special. Right? But the first time that I started thinking of food as an art, and I remember I was like in Houston visiting a friend from the Marine Corps, and I was just waiting on him to get ready, and I was just sitting down on the couch, and I saw an episode of Anthony Bourdain. It's an episode of Japan, and he was they were making this Japanese pancake, man. And then the way that he was explaining and meeting people, I was like, dude, what? I hadn't seen a show like that, So to me, it was like, man, dude, I started seeing food like art, a form of art.
Absolutely.
And then I started noticing, coming back to barbecue in Texas, it's like, dude, carne asada, the way that adults, when I was a kid, that I remember adults were like making, the carne asada for the weekend and for everybody. It's like, it's a form of art, and everybody has their own touch, and style.
Right? Yeah. And everybody's is the best.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Right. And the beautiful thing about barbecue, and I kind of heard your podcast on the coffee, how, coffee brings people together, right?
Yeah, it does.
And you wanted to sit at the table.
Yeah.
But barbecue does that too. That's what I remember. My dad was barbecuing and everybody came over, right? The tios, the tias, the compadres. And that's what I love the most, right? Bringing people together.
Yeah.
So fast forward a little bit of myself. I'm a Christian. My wife is a Christian. We've been serving at our church for over 10 years as well.
Awesome.
And we really believe that, well, for me, I felt like I wanted to do more. Like nursing was good, but it wasn't enough. Yeah. And I wanted to do more. I wanted to serve the community more.
Yeah.
So I remember, actually, this is funny. It wasn't supposed to be barbecue. If I'm honest with you, it was going to be a coffee shop. So I told
Eddie, what's going on here?
I don't know if you know Nerve Coffee.
Yes.
So Josh, he's a good friend of mine.
Okay. I haven't met the
great people.
Okay.
Just like Eddie, amazing people.
Got it.
And I said, hey, Josh, like, I really want to open a coffee business. I want to, like, I wanted to help out. I wanted to reach people ultimately. So he's like, yeah, come to the shop. And he was like, so, okay, what do you know about coffee? And I said, I don't really know a lot about coffee. Yeah. I love coffee. He's like, what do you know about barbecue? And I said, wow, he's the one who pitched it to me, right? Oh, wow. And I said, well, I love barbecue. He's like, why don't you do what you love? Mind you, I had been doing competitions. I kind of jumped back and forth.
No.
I started.
Hey, that's what podcasts are.
I started
all
doing
about
competitions, and I was winning first place. And it was starting to become a thing that the friends, families, like, hey, like, you have everybody knew, like,
it's like everybody likes the origin story, right?
Yeah.
You do something that you really enjoy, but you don't think it as a business or for something that you're going to be doing as a way of supporting the family.
So anytime there was a church fundraiser, for as long as I can remember, I was cooking the chicken.
Were you the one that had that big pit
that was
at home?
Me with the big pit, cooking the chicken at 5 a.m. And I've always loved it. It's been something that is part of, I guess, who I am. Yeah. So he tells me, well, why don't you follow your dream?
But you're still doing nursing.
Yeah. I'm doing
up to
nursing,
this point.
Living life. It was amazing. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so let's do it. If we're going to go barbecue, let's do it. Yeah. Let's come up with a name.
Just sorry to interrupt, but that's funny because probably he feels the same way about coffee. Yeah, like, dude, there has to be a little bit of passion behind this. Yeah. So he's like, dude,
where's the passion?
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Have you thought?
Because he, like, it got to the point where people, when they thought of me, they thought of cooking. Like, 'cause I was always cooking, cooking for the fights, cooking for the family, cooking for the church.
Yeah.
I just always loved to make barbecue.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
So I thought, right?
Yeah.
And
no, it's good. Dude, I ate your brisket on Saturday.
What did you think?
Bro.
So when he said that,
it's delicious.
That was what I thought.
My wife thought, she was like, hey, make sure he knows that I love that brisket.
That's so kind of her.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? There's no good barbecue down here.
Meaning,
respectfully.
Yeah, Los Fresnos.
Yeah, Los Fresnos, right? There was no good barbecue.
You live there?
I live in Los Fresnos. And I was like, okay, like you might be onto something, Josh.
Yeah.
So then we started talking about the name. And this is like the $1 million question always. Like, what is Herm?
I know. Danny, Herms. What's going on?
So they're like, is it hermanos, guy? Because I was a Christian. And I said, no. It was a nickname that I had in high school.
Okay.
Herms. And it's funny because it wasn't like the best nickname per se. But I believe, or my wife pointed it out to me, like, man, you actually turned a negative into a positive.
But what was the negative about?
Well, it was
if you don't want to say that.
Yeah, it was just the origin of it, right?
Yeah.
It was just a nickname. And I said, well, when we were talking about names, I was like, well, Dan's barbecue. And he's like, nah, it's too cliche.
Yeah.
And MJ, my daughter's Mila, right? He's like, no.
There's a lot of...
I was just out of options. And I said, look, man, I had a nickname in high school. It was Herms. He's like, that's it. That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no.
And I know of people that have gone to the process of like finding a name for a business.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just comes like that.
Yeah, it was
what about that? Boom.
It was so crazy. So I'm still doing nursing. Life is great. I'm going to just do like a little hobby.
Oh, okay.
It's just going to be a hobby.
So you didn't quit medical?
No, not at
completely.
all. So
okay.
The point was to just reach more people.
Yeah.
Right? Through my passion.
Yes.
And we started doing pop-ups. So I was doing pop-ups at Nerve Coffee, farmers markets. And we started noticing like, hey, this is really taking off. But more so, I'm not sure if you got to look at our menu.
Yeah.
Some of the names of the menu. Yeah. All of our menu is faith-based, right? So, for example, like our tacos, we have the Alpha, the Omega, the 316, right? John 3:16. David and Goliath, The Last Supper.
Which one is the one that has the beans, the brisket, and then a fried egg?
That's the Omega. That's my favorite. Wow. Is that what you had? What did you
have?
No.
I got the brisket. I got the carnitas.
Oh, the carnitas. Yeah.
I got the poppers.
You just kind of got different.
The mac and please.
Oh, mac and please. Tell me what you thought about that.
It was good. My son wanted it to be more cheesy, like a lot more cheese. Yeah, but he enjoyed it a lot.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, I just bought by the pound to bring back.
Well, that's the way you should eat barbecue, right?
But I did saw on your Instagram that taco. I'm like, dude, I gotta come back.
I
gotta come back to get it.
So we actually started as a breakfast concept, just the breakfast tacos. That's it. We didn't have all those things that you mentioned.
Yeah,
and it was such a big hit. And what we noticed the most was that...
And the carnitas, dude. Different.
Smoked.
Because smoked, you don't get all that grease or that fat that makes you sick like an hour later.
Exactly.
I ate yours. Clean. I ate a lot of them because my kids ate most of the brisket.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of... And then I was fine. I was like, okay, all right.
So that's what I've noticed myself. And I'm going to be honest, like it wasn't planned like that. But I think the type of oak that we use... And it's cool because it's local.
Got it.
It's like we have a good vendor, so every time we I can't eat barbecue anywhere else after like 2:00 because I'm gonna be burping it up, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So
that's why I avoid barbacoa,
right?
Because I'm 40. I'm 44, man.
And you look good for 44.
Yeah, but inside, like the stomach knows, like dude, knows. If you eat barbacoa like after 2, like you're saying. You're gonna drag it all the way to when you go to sleep.
For sure.
So it needs to be super early and just a little bit.
So we noticed that it was really taking off on us, but more so that we were meeting so many people. that we never met before. And the menu would just strike conversation. Like, hey, why are the names? And I realized, like, hey, we're actually able to minister to people indirectly.
Through
food,
yes.
right? So for us, it kind of like turned on a light. Like they say, if you find your passion, then you can find your purpose, right?
Yes.
So my passion was barbecue and my purpose was helping people.
Wow.
So I say like barbecue is the tool, but the real mission is serving people. I don't know if you got to see a little bit about like online or stuff like that. But for us, in such a short amount of time, well, let me close the gap of nursing and barbecue, right?
Yeah.
So it was something that I was launching. We were doing pop-ups. It was taking off. I was noticing it was something good, but I never in my wildest dreams thought about nursing, right? Leaving nursing.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say it in the nicest way. I was told, you're a director and there's a conflict here. So you can't have business and work for the government, essentially.
Really?
Right. So that's kind of how that whole situation came about. And I was faced with a tough decision. Do I stick to my career, which is secure, or do I follow my passion, which I had seen a glimpse of what it could do? And if I can be like really, really unfiltered here with you, I got to a point in my career where I felt like, okay, I've already made a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've already got to the top, and I'm still not filled. Like
there was a void.
There was a void. I remember sitting in a chair just like this in my office, just looking around thinking there's got to be more to life than this. Getting to work, punching in, punching out, serving on Sundays. Like, there has to be more.
Yeah.
I want to do more.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, like, life, God just kind of like pushed me over the edge. And when I got called in to say that, I was told that essentially I was going to, have to make a decision. I said, you know what? Like what you just said with the podcast, right? When we started, it was now or never. I'm like, I'm just going to go with it.
Oh.
The beautiful thing is that I have a degree. I have a career.
Yeah.
And if I fall flat on my face,
you can always,
I can just get back up and go back to being a nurse.
Yeah.
So the week I was going to open on November 8th, and on November 7th, I essentially lost my job.
2025, yeah.
2024.
It's been a year.
It's been a year, yeah.
Okay.
2024. And I was like, let's do it. We're going to do it all the way. And one of the things that I wanted to never lose sight of was why we're doing it, to help people. So right off the bat, in 2024, there was a flood in Los Fresnos. I don't know if you remember. It was like a crazy flood, bunch of houses, and I just woke up.
Yeah, I was doing a fence with my friend Gilbert, which it's a friend in common, right?
For sure.
You know him. Yes, and just to get to Rio Hondo, we had to go all the way around because it was
tragic.
Yes,
and I woke up that day and I thought, there's no way that, like, how are these people going to eat?
For sure.
They probably spoiled their whole fridge. So that morning I got to work. I told the team, we're not going to open. We're going to give all the food away. Like, what? We're going to give it all away.
Really?
So I made a post. Hey, if you've been affected by the floods, come get food. Well, that day we gave out like over 300 meals.
Wow, dude.
And
you were already at the same spot over there by Harvey's? Yeah.
Right there where we're at. And it was just like, like I said, a big part of my faith, right?
Yeah.
Like if I feel like there's something I need to do, I'm just gonna do it. So then, we kept moving on with the business.
Yeah. And
it just seemed like every time there was a tragedy, I would feel a nudge in my heart, like we need to step up.
Yeah.
So when the flood happened in San Antonio, the tragic floods in Kerrville, I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep, and I was like, man, like, I don't know why I always related to my life, like my kids. Remember all those kids that were lost in the camp?
Horrible.
And I said, we need to do something. So I posted, starting tomorrow, we're gonna collect goods, and the community really showed up. We filled up 2 massive trailers, and we hauled them all the way up there to Kerrville.
Really?
We took it to the where the military had set up post,
Yes.
and it was awesome to help out in that way and really represent the valley
Yeah.
of who we are.
Exactly.
We're I don't think the valley gets enough credit for the type of people that are here.
No.
We always get a bad rap, but at
Yes.
the end of the day, we're always trying to help each other out. You
Yeah.
know, so we did that, and then Los Fresnos is a small town,
Yeah.
so
Very unique, though.
very unique, and I love it so much. And I love sports. I love, like, I believe it or not, I played football. I wasn't always this big.
Yeah.
I played baseball, track. So my kids play sports. So
Yeah.
I just decided, like, Los Fresnos has been so good to me.
Mm.
I can't live my dream without Los Fresnos.
Yeah.
Period. And I said, like, I didn't make an official commitment, but I was like, if I make $1, I'm going to give 50 cents back.
Mm.
So we started finding a way to give back every time through some of the examples I gave you.
Yeah.
The football team, when they were headed to the playoffs, like, we need to feed these boys. The baseball team, the basketball team.
Yeah.
I mean, now the other day I was at the Conjunto Festival. Like,
Wow.
I want to support everything
Yeah.
Los Fresnos because
Yes.
they've been so good to us.
Yeah.
And
Man, that's awesome.
and then tragedy struck. We were starting to really, like, get tight with Los Fresnos, and then one of the students died. I don't know if you saw that, in a car accident
Oh.
heading to the island.
Man, it's good. There's been several.
There's been several.
And there's this last year, I think, or
yeah,
past 2
even
years.
like with veterans, Hannah, like, it's just been so tragic. And
But I do remember now that you're saying, I do remember the one in Los Fresnos.
there was a
Yeah.
boy, his name was Angel Flores.
Yes, of
and
course, yeah.
I was laying in bed that night. Same thing. It's like happens always the same. I was just tossing and turning because I have a son, 13 years old, and I thought there's no way I could imagine losing my son.
Mm.
So I just posted that morning, like, "Hey, I told my wife, hey, we're gonna do a fundraiser. We're gonna help this family out."
Mm.
Well, I was only gonna do about 200, 300 plates, just to help them out.
Yeah.
Well, it turned into over 1,000 plates.
Wow.
The cheerleaders were there, football players were there, constables, police officers.
Wow.
I mean, you name it,
So you really have found with barbecue
with barbecue.
the way to give back.
That's correct. So I always say barbecue is just a platform that we have to reach the people we can't reach otherwise.
Yeah.
And there's just so many stories.
Yeah, there's, man.
I mean, so many stories that we don't even talk about. But ultimately, and I think this is really why I'm keeping the focus on this is more for awareness. If anybody ever is in a tragedy,
yeah.
we get messages every day. And I always say, like, if we can do it, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
It reminds me of an episode that I listened to with Chef Jose Andres on Joe Rogan. I think it was like years ago, but he's talking about why is that connection with people through food so special. And he's the first one that I heard saying, after we're born, the first thing that happens between a child and a mother is food,
nutrition.
Right? You feed a baby, right?
Yeah.
Nutrition, it's a way of saying, I'll take care of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Not my words, man.
Yeah.
It's something that I remember, but it stuck to me. Even though it was years ago, because I was like, man, it's true. There's no better way to, tell someone, hey, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you out, or I'm gonna take care of you.
For sure.
But through food.
And I guess now that you're saying it, like, it's one of the basic needs of life, right?
Yeah.
We can get all technical with, like,
Yeah.
the Maslow's and all these different hierarchies, but ultimately it's food, shelter, security. Right?
If we were saying at the beginning, you light up a barbecue pit, and people
They just
gather
come,
around.
yeah.
There's something primitive, dude.
There really is.
About preparing food.
Yeah.
It just attracts people, right?
It definitely does.
Us, like here in the valley, when we're getting ready for the carne asada, everybody like standing around the pit with a fire.
Talking,
like there's a connection there.
Catching up, for
waiting
sure.
for the food, catching up, telling stories.
Definitely.
So yeah, man, that's interesting, and I think it's a very unique way that you have found, a way to give back through. You're mixing your passion,
correct,
with barbecue.
With barbecue, yeah. And for us, it's been life changing.
Mm-hmm.
The impact that we've been able to have, and ultimately, the best part about it is that, like you said, the food is actually good, right? Because a lot of times you kind of hear the story like this.
You can't do this without good food, right?
So we take so much pride in our food and everything that we do. Yeah, we really, really pour our heart into it, and I think we want people to see that and that's why I asked about the mac and cheese, because we use like heavy whipping cream, sharp cheddar cheese. Yeah. Next time we'll put more cheese.
No. Look. Yeah, they're gonna be wrong. Like, there's always gonna be like,
of course.
like little.
But everything we do, like, we don't cut corners, and barbecue is something that you can cut corners.
You know what I enjoy about the poppers? I didn't mention that I got some jalapeno poppers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that they were actually spicy. Or the ones that I got. Some of them are just like...
Yeah, so that's because I made them. So
okay.
They're actually, I don't know if you saw the name, Mama's Poppers. So
is that on purpose, like to be a little bit more spicy?
So the whole Mama's Popper is because my wife, the mom, right, she would make the poppers. And like the banana pudding, it's called MJ. That's my daughter. So my wife, when she makes them... And I hope she doesn't watch this. She usually washes them so they're not spicy. I like them spicy. And when I say wash them, I mean like wash the inside, right?
Yeah.
Because we wash the outside and everything, but she like cleans the inside, outside. I'm like, oye, déjale sabor.
No, I know. The few times that I have done poppers in my life, like I roll them, like like my mom, pa que pique. You get the seeds to cut into the skin or the inside of the jalapeno.
That's a new one.
And then you can wrap it with a.
So I don't wash the inside. Okay. I mean, I clean it out good, but that's why I noticed.
My daughter was like, "Oh, this one's spicy." I'm like, it's not.
When you don't clean the inside like that, it's just spicier, way spicier.
Well, I like that. I like that touch. Yes.
So it's funny that and I think when we booked the podcast, you didn't think we were going to take this route. You're probably thinking like we're going to talk about the beautiful things of food, and it's great, right? Yeah. And I remember the other day I was at Walmart. And somebody stopped me, somebody that I know, and said, "Hey, chef." And I thought, I'm not a chef in my head, right? Yeah. I said, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "No, your barbecue, man, it's amazing." Yeah. And I said, "Thank you so much." And people, here and there have called me chef. And I'm like, I didn't go to school for this. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm being honest with you. Yeah. I didn't go to school. It's just something that I've loved to do, and just kept trying over the years and years. And I remember when I went to Houston, I went to a barbecue spot, a top barbecue spot, and I took my dad. We didn't have Herms yet, and I ate the barbecue, and I felt like, man, I'm a failure. Like, all this time, I thought my barbecue was good, but now I see what really good.
That's when reality kind of hits you. Boom.
And I was like, and that's why I tell you, everybody thinks they make good barbecue until they taste great barbecue. Yeah. So I said, I want to make this. And I remember I looked for the owner. Yeah. His name's Leo Boteo. And I won't tell you the name, but if you know, he's a very famous pitmaster. And I said, "Hey, bro, like, I just drove from the valley all the way over here to try your food. What are you using? Like, is it Wagyu brisket? What kind of brisket?" He's like, "No, man, it's just
the cheapest."
No, it was prime.
It was prime.
We just used prime. And I thought, is that the ticket? So I ran to, when I got home, went to HEB, bought a prime brisket, and it makes a big deal.
You ever heard that you probably have, right? But have you ever seen the episode on Chef's Table? On Chef's Table barbecue, the one for Snow barbecue.
I have
the place
seen
here in
that.
Texas
With
with that
Tootsie.
old lady with Tootsie. Yes, with Tootsie.
Yes. And she's still at it.
Man,
She's
no,
still-
but what surprised me from that episode is, and they might have something else, but they only put salt and pepper.
Oh yeah.
They only put salt and pepper.
Yeah. So we
They do mop, with
Yeah.
some special sauce, but it's just salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because this has been a thing with people that do good brisket. They don't want to give out the recipe
secret, right?
of all their secrets. I know friends that don't even tell their own family. I don't want to
Wow.
say the name, but
Yeah.
their own family what's on their rub, their secret rub.
It's like you said, it's an art, right?
But to me, it's like, look, brisket it's the one thing that I have never done on my own.
Really?
And I have cooked
So
all
we
kinds
gotta
of
get
food.
you to do it.
I need to do one.
For
Yeah, I'm
sure.
44 and it's time.
And I'll guide you.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah, just because of this episode, I'm going to give it a shot. All right. But what I was going to say is, like, if you tell me some kind of a classified recipe here, I'm not going to be able to do it, man. Because it has to do with,
sure.
with the guy cooking,
Yeah,
with the person cooking,
definitely.
right? The secret is that.
Yep. And that's what
and the pit also, like, he has all the juices from the old stuff. And
definitely.
it's curating over time.
Absolutely. And it's funny because I had a Google review that somebody said that. He's like, you can tell by this smokers, they're well aged and they've been cranking out barbecue and they're actually not that old.
Okay.
But they've just been put through so much work in
Got
such a short period of time that they look old, but they're not actually old.
Yeah.
But one of the cool things is that there's so many ways to do barbecue, right?
Mhm.
You can nowadays people
Exactly.
use like the pellet smoker.
Yeah.
You have the electric smoker. You have the gas grill,
Yeah.
charcoal grill. They even have like these drums, like vertical drums.
Mhm.
And the way we do it is like just traditional offset, feeding it every 30 minutes,
Oh,
45 minutes.
Oh, yeah, because there's people that put the charcoal
Yeah,
underneath.
yeah.
Like slow.
Or they even do
But that's more like the Mexican style that I'm used to, I guess.
like direct heat.
Direct heat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this way it's called offset. So you
Offset,
have,
yes.
indirect heat. And
La leña acá,
Yeah.
and then it's the smoke
the
passes
smoke
through. Yeah.
passes through, right? But you see, the cool thing is like this is part of the art. Just by looking at the smoke, you can tell like if it's white smoke, it's dirty, and that's gonna translate to bitter meat.
White smoke?
White smoke, heavy, thick white smoke is dirty smoke. So you're probably wondering, well, like, how do you determine that? Like, how do you fix that? And
Yeah.
all of that goes back to the fire, to the airflow. So think about it, right? Like, whenever a fire's choking out, what happens? It starts throwing a lot of white smoke.
Yes, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
So when you have the right amount of airflow, the right dry aged wood, then the smoke is like clear or a little blue tinge to it. And that is the perfect smoke that we're looking for in our meat. And that's what translates to not have all of that heartburn. So if you're having a lot of that, more than likely you got dirty smoke.
Oh.
And believe it or not, we use salt and pepper as well. That's 90% of our rub. And the 10%, the secret that that you said nobody talks about.
Yeah. So
we
you
just-
also have a secret on
I'll give you a
spice.
glimpse. So it's a barbecue rub in between that. Salt, pepper, and a barbecue rub.
Got it.
But it's still pretty simple,
Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't
Well,
get
see, that's the beauty about food.
yeah.
That what's something super simple like egg? There's still new ways of cooking egg that are going to be discovered in the upcoming years. So imagine with barbecue, there's like thousands of ways to still do barbecue
For
or
sure.
brisket
So I don't know if you
that
saw.
are, like, so that's the beauty.
I went to Korea. I just came back.
Eddie told me.
And speaking of egg, I tried this egg bread.
Give me a second. Let me.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn on the fan.
Yeah, you're good.
First time we do that during the podcast, but I forgot it.
You're like, I just saw like sweat rolling down, and I'm like,
No.
maybe he's nervous or the poppers are still getting to
Am I?
it.
No, I'm not sweating. Let's see.
No, you're good.
There we go.
So I tried
So Korea.
Korea, right? So I tried egg bread on the street vendors.
I was in Korea.
Really?
Many years ago. 06.
That's like a whole nother podcast
Yeah.
because it was
0506.
it was life changing for me to go over there.
Yeah.
And I actually looked for Texas barbecue in Korea.
Really?
And if you follow us, there's a new video coming out soon with all of the Korea barbecue, from street barbecue to
You documented your trip.
the whole
That's
trip.
awesome.
Texas barbecue. So there's a teaser. Anybody listening to this, stay tuned for all the Korean content. But it was amazing to see a piece of meat, right?
Yeah.
Let's just take like a hotel rib.
Mm-hmm.
That same piece of meat, you bring it here to the valley, they're going to put limon, maybe some fajita seasoning, some lemon pepper, right? Direct heat.
Mm-hmm.
In Korea, they do something completely different, right? They use a lot of garlic, soy sauces, things of that nature.
Yes.
Chili paste, and they barbecue it over direct heat.
Yeah.
But the one thing you're going to notice is everybody's around the barbecue.
Yeah.
That piece of meat here in the valley, everybody's around the barbecue.
Yeah.
And then you take that up Central Texas style, like you said, salt and pepper, smoke it, same piece of meat, cooked 3 different ways, but with one purpose, people coming together. And that's what I love about barbecue is bringing people together, and we're able to reach so many people and give back. So for this year, 2024, we gave over 2,000 meals away for free, our first year. And if we can double that this upcoming year, we would love to do that.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah, it's a big number. But
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw. I didn't even mention this. I'm looking at the flag. When the government shut down, we gave out 400 meals. Same thing to.
I'm worried about your business. If I was your accountant, I'm like, hey, Danny, we gotta make money too,
so
man.
It's funny that you say that because I actually did get that call already, and it was really early on. I was 3 months in. I've never even talked about this, and I got a call from my accountant, and he said, "Hey, bro, like I have a serious question," and I said, and he's probably gonna listen to this, and I said, "What's up, man?" He said, "You're not making any money. Like, what are you doing?" And I said,
every time you.
Yeah, and I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, like I see that you're like it's so much work because barbecue's so much work. You're like doing all this stuff, inventory. Mind you, I was the pit master, 4:30 in the morning, lighting the pits.
Because that's one thing about barbecue.
Yeah.
You have to start early.
And you're lighting them at 4:30, and mind you, when we open,
Because if you have from a day before, people are gonna know.
And that's
people
one
are gonna
thing
know.
we don't do. We never use barbecue from the previous day. We give it away, and we don't post it. We just find ways to give it back.
Yeah.
So, like when we opened, we only had one pit. So imagine you have to cook the chicken, the brisket, the sausage, the carnitas, the barbacoa. So I'm cooking from 4:30 in the morning to 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting up 3-4 hours later again to do it.
Yeah.
And it was just so much work. And he told me, "Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like you're wasting your time."
Yeah.
And I told him, "When I see you in person, I'll let you know." And he's like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And when I saw him in person, I showed him, like, look at all the people we've been able to help.
Wow.
And he was like, "Wow." So for me, it's never been about the money.
Yeah.
It's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's about a greater purpose.
Yeah.
Barbecues
So
are-
in your head, you're like, dude, I cook and I feed people. I don't worry about numbers.
Yep, exactly.
All I'm thinking is like serving.
Our statistics of how we view our business, if it's successful or not, is based on the amount of people we're able to serve.
Yeah.
And if we can pay the bills, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? And for 2026, we have big goals.
Okay.
We want to open a second location, if we can even open a third.
Yeah.
And you probably wonder, well, like, why would you do that?
No, but you need to, man, because the food it's really good. You're gonna be fine. Like if you get a
If you want to make money.
no, yeah, but if you get a bigger place, where people can actually
Sit down.
Bigger, like
So
not just a drive-through, but an actual.
I actually had
restaurant,
applied for a grant, and
you know what? I need to mention this. You're doing it in the right city.
Los
Because
Fresnos.
Los Fresnos, man, there's something unique. Like I was telling you,
Yeah.
that feeling. And I was a deputy for 13 years, so
Okay.
I patrol and
Nice.
even though it's like really close to Brownsville,
It's different.
completely
It's
different.
completely different. Yeah.
People are like there's good people here, but Los Fresnos has that of helping
Community,
each other. That
yes.
community is super strong.
It's super strong.
Super strong in Los Fresnos. So you're doing it in the right city. Man.
So I'm from Brownsville. We didn't talk about that. I'm from Brownsville.
Mm.
We moved to Los Fresnos, and immediately I realized that. I said, "Wow, this is a tight
Special.
community. It's something special."
Yeah.
So there's so many locations that come up
Mhm.
in Brownsville, Alton Glore and this, and
Yeah.
I don't want to leave Los Fresnos because
No, man.
they've been so good to us,
Yeah.
and that's home. That's home for us, and it's become a community pillar that people know that they can count on us,
Yeah.
and that's what we want. We want
Yeah.
people to know that.
This is how I know it was good, because it's not easy to go around your drive-through. I'll be honest, right? But people were like, there's a line
Yeah.
that
It's-
told me, oh, it's through here.
Yeah,
So when people are doing that for your food, you know it's good.
they're going through the hassle.
Yeah.
And then the road is bumpy now. It wasn't always bumpy.
Well, the day that I tried to see you first, it was getting paved.
oh, okay,
It
yeah.
was
So
getting paved.
that is actually
Yeah.
something that we're working on, getting it all redone.
So they fixed that area.
For sure.
Yeah.
So for going back to like what we were talking about with the accountant and
Mhm.
and the plans that we have is to move into more locations, but just to reach more people.
Exactly.
Ultimately, to
Yeah.
reach more people. And I think, podcasts like this,
Mm.
we're able to, there's a whole nother thing that we
Yeah.
haven't talked about is our marketing. I don't know
We
if
got
you,
time.
I don't know
We got
if
time.
you got a chance to see the videos that we make.
Yeah.
I know we talked a little bit about Korea, but
Yeah.
I make some silly videos, dancing and just a lot
Yeah.
of funny videos. We have fun with what we
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
and I have a media guy now,
Yeah.
but every time we're gonna do a new video, like he wants it to be structured and this and that, and it goes back to exactly what you told me, and I've seen it firsthand. Organic content is what moves.
One thing that I tell, and I have friends that have restaurants, even family, not here, but in Monterrey, and another primo has a restaurant in Laredo, Texas. And I tell them, man, people don't want that structured videos no more,
They
man.
don't.
They want the mistakes, the impromptu, the improvise.
Yeah.
Just show who you are, and you
Absolutely.
have to put a face to it.
And people can see through it.
Yeah.
We've been so blessed that we have an average of 1.5 to 2 million viewers on our page every
Wow.
week.
Wow.
Every week. And
I think it's because of that, because your videos are unique. You're not afraid to show your face in the videos.
I mean,
because it's different. Like you can hire this guy that's gonna charge you $1,000 to make this commercial, like Herms in Los Fresnos,
Exactly.
and this, and it's showing like close-ups of your food, and it's like, no, dude, people wanna know who's the owner.
exactly.
Who
What's
can they
the
relate
story?
to? What's the
What's
story?
the story? Yeah.
Tell me your story, man.
So Los Fresnos started this business circle, and all of the business people come together, like you said, community.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful thing, and every month we get together. And I had the privilege to get up and speak one time, and that's what I mean. It's so tragic. Every time I open my phone, every day, and I don't know if it's because I looked it up once, but every time I open Facebook, I see an article of a restaurant closing.
Yeah.
I mean, these times that we're living in are scary times
Yeah.
for businesses. And
For sure.
they're just closing one after another, after another, after
Yeah.
another. And what I told the people in that video in person was like, I know you're passionate about your business. I mean, you wouldn't be doing it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Or most people, right? Some people, of course, they do it for the wrong reasons, but most people, they
Yeah.
really love what they do. And instead of trying to make these fancy videos, let the people know your story.
Exactly.
Like, why are you making coffee?
Yeah.
Why are you making these craft earrings? Like, I met so many people doing markets
Mm.
that, I have to do crafts because I have a handicapped child at home. And
Yeah.
this is the only way that I can support him. And it's what I love to do.
Yeah.
And I asked the person, I'm on your page, but nowhere here does it say anything about your story.
Yeah.
Imagine if people knew that this is how
Yes.
you're supporting Johnny.
Yeah.
How many more people you would explode?
Exactly.
But it's the organic content. It's
You're right, man.
people knowing the story. Why are you
Yeah.
doing this?
And if someone is going through that process and don't know how to go about it, it's like just be honest and tell
honest.
what you're doing.
Exactly.
Tell the truth.
What's the why, right? We've heard it so many times. Like, what's your why?
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to. And if people haven't figured it out, well, they should spend some time finding out why am I doing this. And I guess I'll flip it on you. So what's your why for the podcast?
Man, it's just something, like, and I'll be honest, I'm trying to figure out that why. I just know that I always enjoyed talking to people. I was very curious as a kid. Like how I would hear an adult having a conversation about either political or a business.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to hear my friends. I want to know that. That's
Absolutely.
interesting. I don't know about that. So that, and then throughout the years, I felt that this way of doing content on just having a conversation with people was genius to me. It was like, dude, why wasn't this done before? You know what?
Sure.
It took so long, but it's just the right timing. Now, I'm way late into the game because I had a full-time job like you.
Yeah.
But it had always been in the back of my mind. Like I even tried it with a friend to do a couple of because he has he used to teach firearms. He still has Primal Defense. He's the new chief in Rio Hondo, Julian Longoria. He has a company called Primal Defense. So we tried doing this format. Like. Yeah, we had a couple of videos, but it didn't work out at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So now, that I'm on my own, I was like, and I have time, is just like, give it a shot, man. Just do it. If you don't do it right now, you're never gonna do it. Now, the actual meaning or purpose, like you're saying, the why, I'm figuring it out. I just know that I enjoyed talking to people, especially like someone like you. And that we're having in my eyes, a very interesting conversation.
For sure.
And I'm pretty sure someone that is going to listen to it is going to be like, wow, dude, like I didn't know this about Herms, about Danny, so, and the other thing that I wanted to add is like at the beginning, people were saying like, if you do this episodes of 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, there was one that was almost 4 hours.
Wow.
And then you're going to have to edit everything. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna edit nothing.
It's organic.
It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have an accent. I mispronounce words, but
it's kind of cool though.
It is who I am.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. Like so back to that. Like just tell the truth, your story.
Talking about awareness, and so for me, right, my platform, I use it for something much greater than food.
Yeah.
Right. Helping people. And I think this is such a special platform that maybe you can help people tell their story.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you can start a rotation.
Well, in a way, you know what? That's what I was finding out, that it was really it felt really good to share someone's story.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So if I can help right now, and I just started, like 6-7 months ago, but in the future, if this becomes bigger and I can help someone tell their story, then man,
so
that would be the best pay for me,
One thing that I've seen, and I mean, by today's standards, our business has been like, it's unheard of, We can go anywhere from 400 to 500 cars in a weekend. Our sales are just, compounding week after week after week.
Yeah.
And in a time like this, it's unheard of. But when you find your purpose, right? Your passion, it'll be seen in your product.
Yeah.
And looking back with Josh, what I was telling you, like when I met with Josh, I didn't say, "Hey, Josh, I'm a Christian and I want to open up this barbecue business and I want to do that." It was when I was in the midst of it that I found it. Like, this is the purpose, is helping people,
Yeah.
right? Through food. And as you're going through this, and like I listened to Eddie's story, people will listen to this story. You will see your passion. You will find your passion, which is going to be hopefully helping people's stories be put out there.
Yeah.
And there's no other way that anybody's going to, because how many people are going to get in front of a mic, put a camera and say, "Hi, my name is Herm, and this is my story."
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do that.
No.
But inviting people to your show, and, for me, like I said, we've been blessed with such a big platform.
Yeah.
This podcast is going to go on the platform.
Yeah.
And it's going to reach thousands of people.
Thank you.
I mean, lately, every video we've been posting has been between 80 and 100,000 views.
Wow.
Every video. So I'm confident this video will
No,
there.
man.
And be ready.
No. I man, people ask me like, how do you do it to have conversations like that on camera? And it's a lot easier this way, right? The cameras are on the side, right?
Yeah. And the cool thing is
you don't notice the cameras,
you don't even see it.
I'm like having a conversation with you, so that's easy for me. Yeah. So that's why I guess I enjoy this way. But back to what you're saying, I guess that's part of my goal, right?
Yeah.
Through this platform, if I can give the opportunity to someone that might not have the opportunity to go somewhere else, doesn't have access to a bigger platform. But if this grows and I can do it for people, then I would love to do that forever. So, I will never have to retire,
So you ever heard of the law of attraction?
Yeah.
So you can look at it both in secular, faith-based, right? So in the Bible, it talks about if you have faith as a mustard seed, right? And you say to this mountain, move, you can move it. It's actually depicting that if you believe something and you actually go out and do it, you can essentially, people will call it manifest now.
Yes.
But from a faith perspective, God has already given us that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of us going out and doing it. So you're actually already doing it.
Yes.
And when you say if it takes off, you switch the if to when, because it will take off.
Yeah.
You don't have to like, if this thing grows, and that's what a lot of people have with their business is like, oh, I'm hoping. No. We're not hoping. We're gonna do it. Like, we're gonna open a second location.
That's great advice. Yeah.
This platform will take off.
Yeah.
There's so much power in what we say.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can look at it from a faith perspective or just in general. Like, there's a whole book on that. I had a boss one time, multimillionaire. He said, "I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire." And I was like, wow, like, how is that going to happen? And he gave me a book, and the book was called The Secret. And the whole secret was the law of attraction.
Oh, this was years ago, right? When this book got popular.
Yeah. And it was called The Secret. And I just read like 10 pages. I didn't read it all. But I immediately knew what they were talking about. And I was like, that's a biblical principle. Yeah. There's so many things that we talk about without realizing that they're biblical principles.
Yes.
You've heard of the word karma, right?
Yeah.
So what's karma like to you?
Well, like hard to explain, but a simple word, just like, hey, whatever you put out to the world is going to come back to you. Right.
So what does the Bible say? What you sow, you will reap. What you put out is what you're going to harvest. Yeah. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
So there's so many principles that are biblical principles that they're just not called that. Yeah. And I truly believe that we all have a purpose, and our purpose, we find it through our passion. Yeah. And this is your passion, talking to people, and you're slowly going to find your purpose, and it will take off. I'm confident of that.
No. And one thing that I have is like, I don't quit easily, man. Like, I keep
resilient.
Doing it. Yeah.
You're resilient.
I set the goal since the beginning. I'm going to put a podcast episode out every week, every Tuesday.
Wow.
And people are like, dude, you're crazy. Just do it twice a month or just once a month. That way you can have, I'm like, nah, man,
And I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this like in a prideful way.
Yeah.
But for me to block out an hour or 2 hours, especially during a holiday weekend.
Yeah.
Like, so today we had a catering.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we have 4 caterings. Wednesday we have 18 caterings. Like, I shouldn't be here right now.
Yeah. No,
but you know why I'm here?
Yeah, well,
Because of your persistence. Because you were like, hey, we're meeting this time.
Yeah.
We're meeting this day. And I was like, man, like, I shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
I had between me and you, like, or everybody here, I had to call somebody, hey, come watch The Smoker because I have to be at this podcast.
Yeah.
And
I kept messaging you. And
yeah. and that's what it is, right?
Yeah,
it's consistency. It's consistency. And I mean, obviously, I'm not consistent with that. But think about it, all right? Like the people that are fit, they're consistent. The people that are successful in business, they're consistent. It all comes down to consistency. If you're marketing consistently, you're gonna hit. You're putting videos every Tuesday, you're gonna hit.
That's funny that you say that because I was analyzing, man, after 44 years, all this, all those books behind you. There's a lot of self-help books and stuff like that on how to become this and how to be successful and all that. And I read and heard a lot of podcasts, and I was trying to do my own analysis, right? And looking back, if I can give advice to someone at the end of the day, if you have 2 things and 2 things only, consistency and discipline will take you whatever you want to go to.
For sure.
Whatever your goal is.
So for me, I would add a third one. I would put God first.
Of course.
Consistency.
Yes. And I'm a man of God also.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do believe. But yes, God, but with those 2 principles.
For sure.
And
you just apply it to anything in life, right?
Exactly. To anything.
Anything. Whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Family, your marriage, your kids, businesses.
One time,
anything.
There was a pastor that he said he went to a cemetery, and in that cemetery, he said, there in this cemetery right here, there's unstarted businesses.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I know where you're gonna say. Yeah.
Dreams, goals, athletes. I mean, everything came to die here. People that wanted to go on vacation, authors, they wanted to write a book.
Yes.
Right? They wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But they never did it. And how did you start this? Just do it, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody's listening to this today, I would tell them, just do it. Like if you've been thinking about doing anything, whether it be starting a business, going back to school, starting a podcast, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can literally achieve anything as long as you just do it. I'm no chef.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. And I'll be honest with you, some of our recipes do come from a chef.
Yeah.
I have a great friend. I'll give him credit here. His name's Paul O'Connell. And
shout out to Paul.
Shout out to Paul. He's actually a French classically trained chef. Has traveled all over the world.
Yeah.
Right. And when I needed to make the best mac and cheese, which everybody always asks me, how do you have such amazing mac and cheese? Except for your son. He's
Leo,
he's the one person. I always remember Paul because, and you see, and I'm going to actually bring the food into this.
Okay.
Whenever I want to do a new recipe, more than likely, I call Paul. Like, hey, Paul, I want to make like the best potato salad. So he came to my house. And he potatoes, boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, hey, so like, where are all the fancy ingredients? He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, when you cook the food the right way, you don't need all these fancy ingredients.
Exactly.
So like the potatoes, just an example. What is most people, when they're going to make potato salad, what do they do with the potatoes? They cut them up, right? So cut them in 4, boil
cubes,
them so that they can boil faster. No, here we cook the whole potatoes. Why? Because now they're in their natural juices. Then we let them cool down. Then after they were cool, chilled, Then we dice them up. And now you have
So you don't cook them all the way? That way it stays a little bit more consistent with the cubes or not?
Well, yeah, like we just cook it right. Like cook it, don't overcook it, don't undercook it. Just cook it to the right consistency, chill it, and then we can cube it up, right? And it's amazing to see what something so simple like that does. And I've learned so much. Like
so this guy Paul is the one that
this guy Paul is the one that you need on the show. So I just learned so much about food and basic things, right? Like I had Brussels sprouts on the menu at one point, and very simple, right?
It reminds me to when I started like as a young, 14, 15-year-old that I wanted to start like doing my own carne asada, right, at home. Hey, Dad, I'm gonna have some friends over. I'm gonna try to cook, and then I start like just putting all kinds of stuff on the fucking until Uncle was like, what the hell are you doing? Just putting all my secret seasoning. Like, get the hell out of here. Dude. He's like, just put salt and let the meat speak for itself. You know, like,
and the flavors,
and cook it right.
They really come through.
Pay attention to the fire, the right temperature, the right ingredient, and cook it proper. And you don't need any.
And that's what it comes down to. Think about like greens, for example. Greens, when you cook them correctly, they have very vibrant colors. Cook a broccoli correctly on the stove, and it'll be the brightest green you've ever seen. Right? Brussels sprout. All of these greens are so bright.
The easier example for that is asparagus.
Asparagus,
right? Because once you go over, it turns into fiber.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it's at the right temperature, it's a bright green and super soft.
And that's the exact same principle with meat. You cook the meat correctly. You don't rush it. I mean, simple ingredients like you said, salt.
Yeah.
I've had some of the best ribs I've ever had. Just salt.
With just salt, yeah.
Beef ribs, right? Pork ribs, they need a little more work.
Yes.
But cooking the food in its natural form, right? What do we do most of the time? We peel the potato.
Yeah.
Then we start cooking it.
For sure.
So we already took away the fiber. We took everything away. So I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot through great people that actually went to school for food. Yeah. And one of the things that I've learned is just do it right. You know, don't.
But you did added a little bit of your unique touch because it's like traditional barbecue mixed with a little bit of Mexican.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit of the valley.
For sure.
The beans.
Like, the beans, right?
Frijoles a la charra. Frijoles a la charra and all that.
The carnitas, they come with, I mean.
Barbacoa,
this is going to be like super funny, but depending on who's at the window. If I have somebody from Wisconsin with their RV in the back of it and they say, what kind of meats do you have? And it's a Saturday morning. I'm going to let them know we have pulled pork. I say pulled pork because if you pull up to the window, I'm going to tell you we have carnitas.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same cut of meat.
Yeah.
But guess what? The pulled pork, they're going to put in a piece of bread. They're going to put some barbecue sauce on it. Our carnitas,
tortilla
with cebolla and cilantro and salsa, which we're going to give all of that to you. So that's the coolest thing, and I love it because we're dynamic in that sense, right?
Exactly.
We have the Central Texas style, but we also have our identity, right? Our Hispanic culture is in all of our menu.
Yeah,
our faith is in it. Like there's so many layers that you can just keep peeling back to who we are as a business, and I wouldn't change it for anything. If the one thing I could do if I could do this all over again would have been started a long time ago. I'm like, man, I went to school for all these years, and if I would have known, like I could have done this at 18.
Yeah, that's one thing that I tell myself too. Like if I knew what I know now, dude, the only regret is not starting earlier.
That's it.
I should have done this long time ago, man.
And going back to what we were telling people earlier, like, just do it. Yeah. Don't find yourself like you, myself, where we're like, man, I just wish I would have done it
The
other
other thing that is important is that if you wait for the right time when everything's going to be perfect, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
You just have to go.
And that's what I've learned, and I've seen a lot, is that people are waiting for the right time to get started.
Yeah. I need to get all this equipment and the
Yes.
right pit, the right barbecue spot. Like,
Yes.
man,
But the right time is now.
the right time is now.
The other day I went to go look at a property, right? And there was a señor.
Mm-hmm.
Came out, chanclas, torn shorts, his shirt like halfway open.
Mm-hmm.
¿Qué pasó, mijo? And I was like, oh, those, like, I'm looking for the owner. He's like, no, yo soy el dueño.
Yeah.
I was like, fregado.
Yeah.
We're talking about Paredes Line Road.
Yeah.
The guy's got like $3 to $5 million worth of property.
Wow.
He's like, ese es mi negocio, ese es mi negocio. Aquí tengo esto. And I was like, man. And I said, I was trying to rent a spot, right, for my second location.
Sí.
And I said, what do you think? Like, this is what I want to do. And I showed him like, I don't know if you've ever seen, they grab these containers, like shipping containers, and they turn them into like little restaurants.
Oh, yes. Those Connex boxes, like in the military.
So like in Austin,
yes,
that's a big thing. Even McAllen has a park of just that. Well, I found one, and it has everything ready to go, just to drop it. Find the property and boom, drop it.
It has everything, meaning like for kitchen purposes, it's ready to go.
It's ready.
Wow.
And it's priced to sell. And I told the guy, like, this is what I told him, because he wasn't ready to rent.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm looking for the right place to rent so I can go buy the box and drop it. And what do you think he told me?
Cómprala.
He said, when you buy the box, you will find the place. Trust me. He's like, ya que lo tienes, lo vas a encontrar.
Oh, okay.
And he's right.
Yeah.
Once I go make the purchase, I'm not going to just let it sit there.
Yeah.
Now I'm forced to go find the location.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like you said.
Yeah.
Right? It's don't wait for the perfect location, the perfect opportunity, the stars and the moons to line up. Just go for it. Head first, right? Yeah. It's like if you would have said, well, I need a soundproof my room.
That's actually how I started the first episode. Like not knowing if the cameras were going to work. Yes. But I'm like, dude, I already said today and it's going to be today. And I was trying to figure out like 30 minutes before if it was going to record or not. And if this thing was going to switch, with the console and all.
And you just did it. And each episode is getting better and better. And I commend you. I looked at some of your last episodes. I mean, it's very high quality work. And
don't tell my secret to.
And all you did,
little webcams.
All you did was you just did it.
I just did it, man.
So the title for this podcast is just do it.
It's just do it, man.
I did notice that. I noticed that there's no names.
Okay,
it's just like the person, Daniel Avila.
So
tell me about that.
Okay, and I think that's where it goes back to the why. Right. And telling people stories. I don't want your episode to be, about barbecue and in South Texas. No, it's Daniel Avila. That's your last name, right? I didn't ask, but I heard.
So I think you found your purpose.
That is why, even though it's probably difficult for people to find the episode or to get more views because I'm only using your name.
Correct.
I want to stick to it because that is how I envision the episode being like, okay, it's the story behind the name, and not if you want to find out everything about barbecue,
There's so many, it goes back to the organic content.
Exactly.
There's so many videos on YouTube, how to make barbecue, how to make brisket, how to make this, how to make that, right? But there's only going to be one video about Mario Tobias.
Mario Tobias with Danny.
Right? So I think you do know your purpose.
Yeah. I do have a vision, right?
You have it.
I'm following.
It's helping people's story be told to the world, essentially, right? And I'm very thankful that you've allowed me to share a little bit of my story and who we are and why we do barbecue. It's more than barbecue. It's our ministry. It's serving.
Yes.
It's helping people, giving back. And we just threw it through food, right? We say that we share our heart one plate at a time.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's one of the other things that I found looking back at every episode was that most of my guests, it happens here, everybody mentions their faith being first time and foremost Christians, and then what they are, and I appreciate that,
And I don't think it's a
that
coincidence.
you're not afraid of saying it.
But I don't think it's a coincidence that
Mm.
these type of people are coming to your show.
Mm-hmm.
I would take it that far. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Just like you, right? You want to
Mhm.
do a little bit of history. You
Yeah.
tried our food. I also want to know, where am I going,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
ultimately, let's just say like your last 10 episodes were, they didn't align
Mm-hmm.
with our views, right? As a business.
Correct. You want to know who you
Then
relate yourself with.
We have
yeah.
to be careful.
Exactly.
Especially today, right? Where we're
Yeah.
going to take our platform,
Mhm.
So I did see that,
Yeah.
and I don't even think you've planned it to be that way.
No.
I think it's just how God has been lining things up for you.
Exactly.
So
And-
I'm so excited for the future of this podcast. Like,
No.
you have no idea.
Thank you. And then we'll, I guess we'll in that way we'll keep doing this. And if you think of someone that would be perfect for another episode,
For sure.
we'll keep following that path.
There you go. And
You
it'll
know?
just keep lining
Yeah,
up.
let's keep lining up.
I did hear something that
Tell me.
when you were talking to Eddie,
Okay.
that you said you love fishing.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a good friend of mine, and don't feel obligated.
Hold on. This is gonna be super funny. Don't tell me is
I don't think you'll get it.
Prodigy Fishing,
No,
Texas.
not Prodigy.
Not Prodigy.
Not Prodigy. Close. So his name is Moises,
Okay.
and it's Yellowmouth Media. So Moises' story is radical too. It's crazy, like my story.
Okay.
So Moises' story, he actually was working hotel management,
Mm.
loves fishing, created a content page
Mhm.
just to focus on fishing. Well, actually, a brand, Yellowmouth Apparel, is
Really?
doing caps, shirts. Well,
You're from the Valley?
here. So as part of, and his niche was going to be fishing, right? So as part of, incorporating his passion, what do you have to do when you have a business? You have to market it.
Mm-hmm.
So then that led him to the rabbit hole of like, how do I market? Well, through his marketing, he found his passion. And now that's what he has, Yellowmouth Media. And he's done Shallow Sport, Dargle. He does the Sportsman. And all he does is shoot videos, content. And he actually makes some of our content, super passionate. And he found his passion, or he found his purpose
Yes.
through his passion.
Through
So
his passion.
His passion was fishing. And then through fishing, he opened his brand. And little by little, he found his purpose. And his purpose is helping businesses, Christian businesses, all
Wow.
businesses, right? So I think that he would be really cool to have
Oh,
on the
I
show
would
one
love
day.
to have him here.
Super, super cool dude.
I would love to
And-
have him here. That way he can share his story.
Yeah. And it's a crazy story too. And me and him, we talk all the time like, bro, never would we have imagined that I'd be living off a barbecue,
Mhm.
right? And serving the people, and you, the man behind the camera, right? Just shooting people,
doing videos.
And it's just amazing. It's so amazing to see how God has really allowed us to pursue our passion.
Yeah.
And it's biblical, right?
Yeah.
It says, seek first the kingdom of God,
Mm.
right? And then he will grant us the desires of our heart.
Yeah.
I'm not quoting it exactly, but that's the premise of it.
Yes.
Put God first, and everything else will fall into place.
Yeah.
And I'm living proof of it. Moises is living proof of it. You will soon be living
Yeah.
proof of it.
Yeah. One thing that I learned from my good friend Julian Longoria, it was he said this all the time, like, "Hey, brother, don't worry, God is in control." And man, that has helped me out a lot. Just saying those words, man. Sometimes when I feel like, I don't know what to do, what's going to happen in this, hey, God is in control, man.
That's right.
And you just have to just kind of like surrender to that
That's it.
and trust Him.
Trust. That's the number one thing. Just trust.
All right. Well, Danny, I think that would be the perfect ending for this episode.
That's right. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to see it, to hear it, but more importantly, to share it.
All
I
right.
really want to bring awareness to your podcast
Thank you.
and let people know, right, that
Yeah.
there's a platform here for them
Yeah.
to share their story.
And I'm willing to talk to anybody. So, with that said, Danny, again, thank you.
No, thank you, brother.
See you
Been
later.
Amazing.
All right.